So let's start the class. This is our good evening Vedant. This is our day 15 and we are starting PDE, partial differential equation. Now in partial differential equation we'll start from very basic in same way the way we started ODE. First we have to learn that how to convert our PDE, I mean how to achieve our PDE. So any equation will be given and with the we have to convert that equation into the partial differential equation. So that is you can consider the topic as formation, like how we are going to form. So formation of partial differential equation. So in this formation of partial differential equation, in advance we have to keep some symbols in mind. Already we have seen these symbols in previous lectures. If suppose suppose you have z and this z is the function of x and y, so in this case if you differentiate this z with respect to x, so you remember we used to give dou z by dou x with a symbol p, and then dou z, sorry this is x here, then dou z by dou y is equal to q, and if you will differentiate this dou z by dou x one more time, like dou 2z by dou x square, then r. If you will differentiate this dou z by dou y one more time, like dou 2z by dou y square sorry, so this is t. And now we have one more term, that is dou 2z by dou x dou y. This term we call as s. So these are the term symbols we have to use in partial differential equation chapter. Wherever p is written, this is a small p actually, that is not capital P, everything is small, p, q, r, s, t, everything is small. So if a small p is written, then it should come in your mind, okay, it is the differentiation of the function with respect to x. If q is written, it means it is the differentiation of the function with respect to y. Like that you have to keep in mind. And if r is written, it means p we have differentiated again. So this is nothing but dou p by dou x again, like that. Okay, so symbols are ready, and now we learn how to convert any general equation into its partial differential equation. And actually see, partial differential equation is small, it is not as big as ODE. So in case of partial differential equation, we have two types of chapter to discuss. In one chapter, sorry, first thing you have basic. In basic we will learn how to convert any given equation into partial differential equation. Okay, that is one thing, it means formation. Next, there will be some partial differential equation, and we have to learn how to solve those partial differential equation, means to convert them into their original parent equation. Okay, that's the same thing we have done in ODE also. And we have one more thing, that is called application. So application of partial differential equation is very, very important. Actually, application based questions in partial differential equation used to be very, very lengthy. So first I will teach you this basic, then I will give numericals for this, and then if possible today itself or in next class I will teach you the application of partial differential equations. So this application part will be little bit heavy. Every question used to be very, very lengthy. So it's okay. Now we'll start our chapter. We'll start with one example. So suppose any example, the equation is given as 2z is equal to x square by a square plus y square by b square. Now you see here this a and b is written here. So this a and b, you will call them as arbitrary constants. Arbitrary constants. And actually in any equation you can have two things. One is arbitrary constant, and you can also have arbitrary functions. Arbitrary functions. So arbitrary constant is one thing that looks like a and b, and then you'll be having arbitrary functions. See, there is one function called sin x. It means it is defined function, it is trigonometry function, which is properly defined function. But suppose if I'll simply write phi x square plus y square. So right now this phi is not a defined function, correct? We are not sure it is log or it is e power x or it is what sine, it is something, we are not sure. So these kind of functions, like simply I will write phi, Okay, so when, or simply I will write f x into y. So these kind of functions are also known as arbitrary functions. So actually whenever we are converting any general equation into its partial differential equation, our job is to remove all the arbitrary constants from the equation and also remove the arbitrary function if that is present. So currently in my example, arbitrary function is not present. So I will take one more example after this example where I will show you how the arbitrary function will be present and how to tackle that. Okay, so let's bother about this. So see here, because your z is the function of x also and y also, so whenever I will say you to differentiate z with respect to x, so you will differentiate like dou z by dou x. This is nothing but p. And whenever I will say you to differentiate z with respect to y, so it will be dou z by dou y, and this total will be q. Okay, and if there is requirement, then we will differentiate one more time. So if you will differentiate this guy, then it will be nothing but r. Okay, and if you differentiate this guy one more time, it's like dou 2z by dou y square, then it will be t. So and r is nothing but, see, I gave you trick when I was teaching this part, PR quit, right? PR quit, this trick I gave you. And s is separate. S means dou 2z by dou x dou y, right? So it depends on the question in what sense we are going to differentiate, and while differentiating we'll be getting a new equations. So meanwhile we have to do some kind of mathematical operations so that easily we can vanish a and b, I mean the arbitrary constants or arbitrary functions is if given in the question. Okay, so what will I do here in this equation? This 2z plus 2z is equal to x square by a square plus y square by b square is given. Okay, now you do one thing. First of all, differentiate one time for x. So differentiate this guy one time for x. So 2 into dou z by dou x. Actually, because we are doing first time, so I am writing the complete dou z by dou x. But if you are enough practiced person, so directly you will write this as p to save your time. So this is nothing but 2x by a square. You can clearly see this guy will be 0 if you differentiate with respect to x. I hope you don't have any doubt in this. Now from this equation we can find out the value of a square. So if you're finding out the value of a square from this equation, so you can just see in this way, it will look like x by don't find a square, because 1 by a square is mentioned, so you find out 1 by a square, so it will be much easier. So 1 by a square is nothing but p by x. Now what is p here? This portion I'm writing as p, 2 I am cancelling, this x I'm sending down, so p by x is coming, right? In same way, if I will differentiate the same equation, I will differentiate with respect to y by keeping this guy as constant, I mean x as constant. So 2 dou z by dou y, again remember this is going to be your q, is equal to 2y by b square. Now you see I am finding out 1 by b square value. So this 2 and this 2 I can cancel, this I will write as q. So q divided by this y I will send down, so q by y. That's all done. So this 1 by a square is p by x and this 1 by b square is q by x. Now see, we got the value of 1 by a square also, we got the value of 1 by b square also. So we are free to substitute this value here 1 by a square and this value here 1 by b square. So your 2z equation will look like, see, I can write x square into 1 by a square, right, plus y square into 1 by b square, the main parent equation I'm talking. Now in that 1 by a square value I can substitute as p by x and 1 by b square I can substitute as q by y. So if anyone is having any doubt, let me know. X square into p by x plus y square into q by y. So x and x will get cancelled, y and y will get cancelled. So I got px plus, so actually we write like this, x into p plus y into q. This is the value of 2z. So now you can see here in this equation p and q are coming, right? P is coming here and q is coming here. So this equation you will say as partial differential equation. Okay, so you can see here how we have got this. Now we'll do one more question. In that question I will take example where any function will appear, any arbitrary constant will not appear, any arbitrary function will appear. Copy down this one. Copy down. Some students tick on the screen, then I will go ahead. Done. Okay. Now we'll take one more easy question. Take down here. Your another example. In this, z is going to be your x plus y, and then phi, then x square minus y square. Okay. Now you see here. This question we will be doing in same way, but always remember this guy is coming. So I told you that arbitrary function will also appear. That can also appear. So our job is to remove this guy. So remember, when you are doing sin x for the differentiation, suppose you are doing sin x square for the differentiation. So how will you do differentiation of sin x square? Sin will be cos x square, and after that into 2x, right? So this 2x is separate because it is in the multiplication. In same way, when you are dividing phi x square plus y square, sorry, minus y square, then it will be like phi dash x square minus y square. After that, one more term will come that will depend with respect to x you have differentiated or with respect to y you have differentiated. If with respect to x you are differentiating, then x square will appear here, or if with respect to y you are differentiating, then y 2y will appear here. Okay. So let's differentiate this question. So first of all, I will differentiate with respect to x. So my new equation after differentiation will look like dou z by dou x, and that you can say as this is nothing but your p value, keep in mind. And I can now see here you have one function this and one function this, so you can apply product rule, UV rule, right? So first function you leave as it is, and second function you differentiate. So that will be x square minus y square into 2x. This total is the differentiation of this guy. Okay, then plus phi x square minus y square you leave as it is, and then differentiate this guy. Okay, so 1 will come, 1 plus 0 will come, so 0 I am eliminating. Okay, so this total whatever you have got, that became value of p. Value of q will be very similar. So let's differentiate for this guy, you differentiate for y also. So dou z by dou y, so this is nothing but your small q. So again you will apply the same concept, and very similar answer will come. Only 2y will appear here and minus 1 will appear here. Plus 1 will appear here. Let's do this. So keep in mind this guy. So leave your first function as it is, differentiate your second function. So phi x square minus y square in dash into minus 2y will come, and after that plus then this guy you leave as it is, phi x square minus y square, and then you differentiate this one. So it will be 0 plus 1. Okay, so now the total answer you can summarize. So we got p value, we got q value. Now you can clearly see in this also we have phi, in this also we have phi. So few things are very easy for us now. We understand in this equation this z is no problem, x and y is no problem, only phi is the problem for us, the phi alone. So we can replace phi value, I mean phi x square y square value, with any one equation, because in this equation also I am getting phi value, in this equation also I am getting phi value. So if I will be using first equation, then from this equation you see here this x plus y, this term, you can see here this total I want to replace with this equation. So from the given equation, this total I can write as z by x plus y. No doubt in this. I mean, I am using this equation and I am using this equation. So this equation p is here as it is, and this part like x plus y phi dash x square minus y square into 2x, this part is as it is. Now here your phi part is coming, right? So that phi I am replacing from the first equation. I am writing as z by x plus y. Okay, I mean I am finding out the value of phi. Okay, so this part I can write left side, so it will look like p minus z by x plus y, and you rearrange this properly in this order: 2x x plus y phi dash x square plus y square. Okay, we got our first equation. Similarly, we can find out our second equation: q minus z by x plus y is equal to, now you understand, minus 2y will come, x plus y will come, phi dash x square. sorry, here we have plus sign, sorry, minus sign. X square minus y square is there, x square minus y square is there. Okay, copy it, copy this. So we got these two values. Now in this value also we have problem, and problem is this. This is again another arbitrary function. We have to remove this. So I hope you got the logic in this question. How are you going to remove this? Anyone guess the idea? How can we remove these two parts? Anyone? Okay. Equal. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Or very good advice. Very good. Accepted. Or you can also say that this is our equation and this is our also equation. You just divide both the equations. So directly these two people will get cancelled. This is also good advice, right? So we can divide both the equations. Anyway, the first advice is also acceptable and very good, correct. So let's divide both the equations. So if I'll divide both the equations, so one side I'll be getting this value and one side I'll be getting this value. So x plus y also we can cancel if we will take LCM in advance itself. So I'm taking calcium LCM LCM in advance. Okay, I'll change the page. So it will look like px plus y minus z whole divided by qx plus y minus z. Now this total part will be equal to minus x by y. That's all. Whatever you have got here, like this itself you can leave as your answer, or it depends what kind of option is given in the GATE exam, so that you can select the option. Okay, like you can shuffle them and you can rearrange. Main thing is my objective was to remove the this part, this thing, arbitrary function. Now I am giving one more question. That question you try by yourself at home. That function is homework you take. Take the homework as z is equal to f x plus at plus g x minus at, and this total is your general equation. Now you have to convert this into its desired partial differential equation. So your answer will be like dou 2z by dou 2 square is equal to a square dou 2z by dou x square. So this should come as your answer. Copy down. Okay. Now we'll understand if opposite thing means we have learned how to convert any given equation into partial differential equation. Now opposite thing, if partial differential equation is given, how to convert into its parent equation, that is called solution, or you say yes, solution, or you can say solve the particular partial differential equation. So now the next unit what we are going to start, that will go for long time, because we have several types of methods and different types of equations and application also we'll see. So now your next heading will be solution of a partial differential equation. So always remember, just now we have seen some examples. In that example you had the complete equation. So that complete equation was looking like a function of x also, y also, z also, and a also, and b also. These people were there. Okay, and if any arbitrary function is also coming, so that will also be the function of x and y. So already I have included here x, y. So the complete equation should look like this, is equal to 0. Okay, so here one note you have to write. Note: first order partial differential equation which contains two arbitrary constants is called complete integral. Complete integral. means partial when we are finding out solution. So actually I have missed here one word, solution of first order differential equation, means this is going to be our solution, right? Our solution will look like this. So there will be a partial differential equation given. When you will solve this, then whatever answer will come, it will contain x, y, z and two arbitrary constants. So for a special case, we are talking solution of first order PDE which contains two arbitrary constants is called complete integral. Now see, there are some methods, we'll apply some methods. There are some equations we can solve them by direct integration. So we'll take those kind of examples first. Take down equations solved by direct integration. Now see, like you take one example, just we'll keep on integrating and we'll be getting answer. Like dou cube z by dou square x into dou y plus 18xy square plus sine 2x minus y is equal to 0. Now you see, in this equation, we can integrate this. So let's integrate. So first you integrate this equation, solution part. First you integrate this equation with respect to x. But that time you have to keep y constant. So if I will integrate this with respect to x, then this portion if you will integrate, so one time integration, because this is the differentiation part. So if you will integrate this, then power will reduce, like dou 2z by dou x dou y will be appearing. Okay, after one time integration, because get my logic. If you will differentiate this guy one time for x, then this answer will come. If this guy you will differentiate for x, then this answer will come. So that's why if you will integrate this, so this answer should come. Okay, now because you are integrating, so here you will be getting in this portion x square by 2, so you'll be having 9x square y square. Okay, now you know how to integrate sine x. When you integrate sine x, we get minus cos x. So this will be minus sign will come, minus cos 2x minus y, and you know these two we have to divide. Done. And you remember, one function will come, that will be the function of y. Here you can have constant also, but we will consider the more general form, that is a function of y. Now you can ask, sir, why function of y? Because function of y only will be 0 if you will go reverse. Means suppose this is the equation and you want to get this equation by one time differentiation, then this must be function of y, then only 0 will come, or this should be any constant. So considering function of y is more general form. Okay, so we have to write in general form. So that's why function of y is more better general form. Okay, now you see, whatever answer we have got, that answer we have to differentiate one more time for the x, because still one dou by dou x term is there. So if I will again differentiate, so I'll be having dou z by dou y plus, now x cube by 3 will come, so 3x cube y cube minus, now when you integrate cos, then sine comes. Okay, so already 1 by 2 is there, one more 1 by 2 will come, so it will be 1 by 4 sine 2x minus y, and you can understand this. Acha, haan, thank you Vedant, thank you. 2 will be there. Now one more thing, because there is no change in y square, guys, there is no change in y square. Don't change the power of y, that was my mistake. Okay, now see, because we are differentiating with respect to x, so here, sorry, we are integrating with respect to x, so here one x will also appear. It means x times fy plus one more function will come. You just consider gy will come, because like in same fashion the way fy is coming, in same fashion one more function will appear. If you want to check the logic, then go back. It means whatever we have got here, differentiate this function, go back. So fy, sorry, so this x will be fy as it is, and this gy will be 0. So that's why it is correct. Okay, now you understand whatever we have done here, that was nothing but this equation differentiating twice with respect to x, correct? 2 times we have differentiated with respect to x. You can clearly see still we have partial differential equation term. So one more time we can integrate, but this time we will be integrating with respect to y. So don't be in inertia. Now we have to integrate for y. So make changes. Yes, we have to integrate. These people are, this equation we have integrated because of inertia I did mistake. Anyway, now integrate one more time. Here you integrate for y. When you will integrate for y, then automatically z will come here, and plus this guy will be y cube by 3. Okay, don't touch this part. Okay, so y cube by 3 will come, so 3 will get cancelled, so x cube y cube will be coming. Now minus 1 by 4. Now you understand, sine 2x minus y is there. In this time you have to take care here. When you integrate sine, then what comes? Minus cos comes. Okay, so if minus cos will come, then this sine will be plus. So I'm writing here minus cos 2x minus y will come, and this y has coefficient minus 1. So that minus 1 you have to divide like by 1 by minus 1, right? So this minus you can cancel. So it's better to remove everything. So there is no change inside. So I can also remove this bracket, right? So is equal to, that's all, almost done. Now in the right side, few terms will come. Now let's understand what are the terms coming in the right side. Here integration will come, like x and fy, they are behaving like a function. So we are integrating this function. So dy will come. And again here we have gy. So plus this gy also we are integrating. So dy will come with gy also. Plus one extra term will come, that will be the function of, you can write hx. Hx is also very popular thing, hx. Plus hx will also come. Because see, earlier fy came because we differentiated for, we integrated for x, so fy came. Then gy came because this time also we integrated for y. But now we are integrated for y, so you can see hx will come. So this will be your final format. So in this equation, we have got 3 types of arbitrary. What are those 3 types of arbitrary? Fy is there, right? Gy is there, and hx is there. These 3 people are there. They are not constants, they are functions. So this total, what you are seeing, the remaining part, this total became your solution. But we cannot reach to the exact solution because boundary condition, initial values are not given. Okay, now we will solve one question and we will try to reach to the exact answer, but because initial values and boundary conditions will be given. Okay, I will change the page. Take down. Yes, fy, gy and hy, hx, whatever, they all are arbitrary functions. Example, dou 2z by dou x square plus z is equal to 0. Now given x is equal to 0 comma z is equal to e power y, and also given dou z by dou x is equal to 1. So these 3 values will help us to find out exact answer. Let's understand how can we proceed. Before me, you guys also try in your way. You can clearly see z is the function of x alone because here we don't have anything else in this. So already it is very popular function. The solution for this kind of function, actually these things we used to study in 11th 12th class, but right now you keep in mind, if you want to integrate this, how your integration will go on. One thing is basic way, like okay, keep on integrating, we'll be getting we'll keep on finding our answers like that. But you remember when I was teaching you ODE, if you remember, then ODE time I took one example that was like y is equal to a sine x plus b cos y. and I differentiated this one time and I got y dash, then differentiated one more time, I got y double dash. So that y double dash was nothing but finally we replaced with y double dash is equal to minus y, right? So this part what you are seeing here, it is actually equal to the same. Okay, if you are feeling uncomfortable, it means you have lack of practice. So this you just mention here so that you will not forget in future. If z were function of x alone, the solution would have z is equal to a sin x plus b cos x, where a and b are constants. I have given here the solution would have if z were function of x alone, but reality is we are doing PDE. In PDE, your z is the function of x also and y also. This statement I am giving if z will be the function of x alone, but since z is a function of x and y, a and b can be the arbitrary functions. You write the full form, arbitrary functions of y, because already x will appear here, which is nothing but here and here. So there is no chance that these people is going to be your x. They are constants. So definitely those a and b are going to be the functions of y. Means I will change the page. Hence the solution of the given equation is z is equal to fy sin x plus, you can consider one more phi y into cos x. This will be your solution. I hope it's totally clear. So if this is my solution, then if I will differentiate this one time, means dou z by dou x, then fy will be as it is sin, this will be cos x, and plus phi y will be as it is, then this cos will convert into minus sign, so minus y I will write here, minus sin x. Now why I am writing like this? Because we have condition given for in the question. If you recall, if just see the previous page, x is equal to 0, then z is equal to e power y, and z dash is equal to 1. This means is given. Actually z dash means your p value is given, because in this case you cannot write z dash, so p value is given as 1. That is dou z by dou x has given as 1. So that's why I have differentiated one more time to find out dou z by dou x. So now see, I will use this value and this value for x is equal to 0 in this equation and in this equation, and I will try to find out the exact value of the arbitrary functions. So what to do? Substitute your x is equal to 0. So you substitute here x is equal to 0, and you substitute here x is equal to 0, and at the same time put z is equal to e power y. So you can clearly see your when you will substitute x equal to 0 here, so this will be 1, and this total will be 0 because of sin 0, right? So we got our phi y is equal to z value, that is nothing but e power y value. So using this equation in the first, using this given data in the first equation, we got phi y is equal to e power y. Okay, now I will be using x is equal to 0 and dou z by dou x is equal to 1 in the second equation. So put in the second equation. So in second equation this guy is 1, and we are putting what? X is equal to 0. So this term will be 0 and this term will be 1. So I got fy is equal to dou z by dou x, that is nothing but 1. So I got fy is equal to 1. Now I got phi y and fy value, so these two values I will replace back into the general solution what we have got here. So your z will look like sine x plus the phi y value is nothing but e power y cos x. So this is your final expression. So here we have got the answer just by integrating functions 2 times. I mean, we have not applied the integration form. We were knowing that, okay, these kind of formats like dou 2z by dou x square plus z is equal to, this format is equal to 0. This format is having already is having a solution. Now, if you are confused like how this is having that kind of solution, so you remember we used to find out in ODE, we used to find out our complementary functions. So complementary function is based on the concept of root, what type of root you are getting. So when you are getting types of roots, so for that you have the solution, right? So that's why we got the direct solution there. Okay, I will change the page now. Now we will see linear equations of the first order. So meeting is about to over. Join the new meeting. Okay, we'll start a fresh topic. Linear equation of the first order. So it is also known as Lagrange's linear equation, and the format will be like P small p plus Q small q is equal to R, capital R. So here your capital P and capital Q and capital R are the small p, small q. Capital PQR are the functions of x, y and z. Okay, and this equation is called as a QUASI, quasi linear equation, when P, Q, R are independent of Z. It is known as linear equation. Means we have two words here. One is linear equation and one is quasi-linear equation. So when PQR contains Z also, then you will say quasi-linear equation. But when PQR independent of Z, then you will say linear equation. So we'll take example how to solve these kind of questions. I will change the page. Take down. Example. Y square Z divided by X P plus XZQ is equal to Y square. Now you see, Coefficient of P is your capital P, that contains Z. Coefficient of Q is capital Q, that contains Z. So it means what? It is quasi-linear. So we have procedures here. Whenever you have quasi-linear equation, we use this formula. That proving I am not giving. There is a proof for that. We are directly jumping to the solution. So that we call as subsidiary equation. The subsidiary equations are, they will look like this: dx by y square z plus dy by x square z is equal to dz by y square x. Actually, what is happening here? This x I have multiplied here and here. Actually, why I have multiplied like that? So that my equation should be in pure format of p into a small p plus q into a small q is equal to r. So I have removed this x from here so that it can look purely. Now it is looking purely. So this is called subsidiary equation. Now with the help of actually equal sign, everywhere equal sign, whatever terms you are seeing here, now we will choose and solve. Any two fractions you will take and you will solve. So we can choose the first fraction. I mean first two fractions you choose here. So you can say choosing first two fractions. So in that this is your y square z. Dx by y square z is equal to dy by x square z. Now you see these two equations we can solve. Now we know how to solve them. Z you cancel and then variable you separate and you'll be getting your fresh answer. Means this s square you multiply this side, this y square multiply this side. So this will be your x cube by 3. Don't write directly, otherwise you'll be confused. Fractions. So it is like x square into dx is equal to y square into dy. So when you will integrate this, you will be getting x cube by 3. And here you will be getting y cube by 3 plus one extra constant will come. You can consider plus constant. So this y you can keep this side. So x cube minus y cube is equal to any constant. So this you got as your first value by using first two fractions. In same way we will be using our next two fractions. These two fractions I can use. You can use any two fractions. So you can also use first and third. So let's use first and third fraction. No problem. I will change the page. Take down. So when you are choosing your first and third fraction, so again your y square and y square will get cancelled. That's why it is easier for us. So it will look like dx by z. Already y square is here and dz by y square into x. So I have chosen this because y square will get cancelled. So cross multiply z and x. So you will be getting x dx is equal to z dz, and then it will come as yes Vedant. Now some more topics will come, not for every equation. Currently we have chosen linear part. So right now you solve in this way. When new topics will come, I will also give some other solutions. X square and minus z square is equal to any other function b, any other constant b. Now you see, they both are coming from the same equation. This solution and the previous solution, that was x cube minus y cube is equal to some constant a. This solution and this solution you are coming, they are coming from the same solution. So you can say that this x cube minus y cube, somehow you have to relate them, na? Because this is also the part of the equation, this is also the part of the equation. So you can relate them by using the function sign, like this x cube minus y cube, say as this you can consider as a function of x square minus z square. you can also write this guy x square minus z square as the function of, change the function here, h you can say, or g you can say, function of this guy, x cube minus y cube. Anyone you can choose. So in GATE exam you have to check if the question is coming in MSQ, then both can be the correct. Okay, and if the question is coming in MCQ, then they will arrange such that you can choose the either this one or this one, both will not be given. Okay, we'll take one more equation and we'll try to analyze whether, like, how will it look like. I will change the page. It is actually easy. You can see the subsidiary equation is not tough. One more example you take. Yes, that's all. That is the final equation, final solution. That's all. Okay, now next example. mz minus ny you write in one bracket. Dou z by dou x you write in one bracket, like this, plus another bracket nx minus lz. Then dou z by dou y is equal to ly minus mx. See here, try to link whether is it matching with pp plus qq is equal to r. Yes, it's matching. So your p value, this small p is nothing but dou x by dou z, this small q is nothing but dou x by dou y. So the remaining part is p and q and r. So actually your subsidiary equation, what we are discussing, subsidiary equation, this subsidiary equation is nothing but dx by p is equal to dy by q and dz by r. This is your subsidiary equation. Now in this equation you have to select capital P, capital Q and capital R values properly. So in this question it is very clear. This is your capital P value, this is your capital Q value, and this is your capital R value. So and then 1, 2 and 2, 3 or 1, 3 we can solve together. So mz, okay, let me write like this, dx is equal to dx by mz minus ny is equal to dy, nx minus lz is equal to dz, ly minus mx. Almost done. Now only some portions are remaining where you can go for partial differential or something. You just consider these two together. You may be knowing there is a concept of multipliers of xyz. In each fraction, if you do, then you can write like this. I will change the page. Take down here. It is again a practice part. I will explain this if some of you are not comfortable with this. Using multipliers x, y and z, we get each fraction x dx plus y dy plus z dz divide by 0. So we can write as this total portion, 0 you multiply this side, it will be 0. X dx plus y dy plus z dz is equal to 0. And if you will integrate this guy, then you will be getting x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a constant number a. Why to integrate? Because symbols are like that, dx, dy and dz. So whatever you have got here, so this is your one function. Now again we have to use multipliers LMN. Using multipliers LMN, we get each fraction as ldx plus mdy plus n dz divided by 0. Same thing will happen like we have done this step, you will do this step again. You'll be getting L dx plus M dy plus N dz is equal to 0. Then you will integrate. So L square plus M square plus N square is equal to any constant, suppose B will come. Then what will you do in the last? This is also the solution of the same equation. This is also coming from the same equation. So any one you can combine with the function. So you can write here the final function. You can write like this: x square plus y square plus z square as the function of L square plus M square plus N square. Now you can practice this kind of multiplier concept. Use any standard book in mathematics. Go for either you can go for H.K. Das, or there are some other books like Grewal, anything, and you go to a chapter and you solve some multiplier questions, so that you should be strong in multiplier concept. Quickly you can do the multipliers, because almost in every question you have to apply the concept of multipliers. Okay. Now I will change the page and I will give you. So see here what you are understanding. We are able to solve numericals using subsidiary equation. I will change the page. Then you have long procedure, because you will be having x and y together. You cannot separate the variable properly, because in previous case we were able to, there was one question, in that question we were able to separate the variable. If you will not practice multiplier, then it will be difficult. Like one more question. Actually it is different topic. Okay, take one more question. Or else, suppose if any question is not of that type, then you quickly just take one fraction of left side, I mean fraction 1 and fraction 2 together, and fraction 2 and fraction 3 together. Any two fractions, not only 1, 2 or 2, 3. Any two fractions you take together and then solve by integration, simple integration. But if that is possible, if and only if you don't have z term also, or y term also, or x term also. Like if you have dx, then below that whatever portion, or the coefficient is whatever portion, that should not have y term or x term, z term. Okay. So using multipliers, we can filter x one side, y one side, z one side. That's what we have done. Okay. If you want to practice, you just focus, follow any book, any standard book, or it's better, like there will be a lot of people, they have done this multiplier part on YouTube. Some 10-20 examples. If you will solve for multipliers, then it will be comfortable, because partial differential equation you cannot do without the concept of this multiplier or something. Okay. So there are some 3-4 questions in my notebook. Those 3-4 questions I will send you the screenshots, but they are based on the practice of multipliers. So you just practice multipliers, and then only you can be better in this topic. Okay. So topic is, we are doing the first order differential equation, that is linear. And now we will take first order but non-linear. Okay. So let's do first order but non-linear. I will change the page. Your heading is non-linear first order PDE. Okay. So now actually equation will look like, okay, take some theory. In that theory, a lot of things you will understand. Those equations in which P and Q, small p, small q, occur other than the first degree are called non-linear. Like for example, if p square is coming in the equation, okay, then multiplication is coming. If p and q together they are coming, then again multiplication is coming. But in previous equation they were not coming together. Now they may come together. So then it will be non-linear. Non-linear. The complete solution of such an equation contains only two arbitrary constants and the particular integral is obtained by giving particular values to the constants. Actually, there are total 4 standard forms we have to discuss. 4 standard forms are there. In one form, P and Q will come together. In another form, P, Q and Z will also come. So one by one we'll take the cases. I will change the page. You take down form 1. So in this format, your equation will contain only P and Q term is equal to 0. Only P and Q. So the complete solution, if this kind of question is coming, for that purpose, you take down its complete solution is Z is equal to AX plus BY plus C, where A and B are connected by any function like f a b is equal to 0. Now, since from this equation, just say 1, since from equation 1 P is nothing but your dou z by dou x, that is nothing but your A, and Q is nothing but dou z by dou y, that is nothing but your B. So these two values we will substitute in the relation. So for that you write the statement as comma, which when substituted in 1 we get required solution as z is equal to ax plus any function which contain a with y plus c. Now we'll take one example. Now see, actually mostly many students, they don't understand the paragraphs of mathematics, but they understand example very well. So that's why take one example to understand this. I will change the page. See the example. Solve P minus Q is equal to 1. Solve means find out the solution. So you know that here P and Q, they are coming. Z and all nothing is coming. Only P and Q is coming. So this is a form 1. So already you know that complete solution, you write here. Complete solution is already, you have to remember, will come as AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0. Now find out the coefficient of P, that is your A, coefficient of B, that is your B, right? So where now see, how are you finding out solution? That solution is this ready-made solution. In this solution itself, you now one more thing you have to look here in the previous page. Here, this part what you are seeing, in this part A is with X, but with Y you don't have A, you have a function of A. And one more thing, a and b, they are connected by the function like this. So we also have to connect a and y with function. So how a and y you will be connecting as a function? There one small trick, and that's all, almost job over. I will change the page. See here, take down. This z part is the solution, is the main solution. In this, you have to replace z is equal to a plus, ax. After that, here one function will come. That function will be the function of a. Then y will come, and then c will come. So this function phi a is the trouble, because what is your a? That is exactly clear. This a is the coefficient of p. That is clear. Okay, so z is equal to, that's all. This part you can leave as the solution part. Same every time you have to leave this as a solution part. In GATE exam, you have to look which option is similar to this option. In GATE exam, you have to look which option is similar to this option. A you can find out by dou z by dou x. No problem here. A you can find out. Don't put 0 here. B also you can find out. How will you find out B? You differentiate this for y. You can find out B also. Dou z by dou y. Those things, you have the parent equation here also, na? This parent equation, what is saying? This p value and this q value. This p value is nothing but dou z by dou x. I think you guys are being confused. And this q value is dou z by dou y. This is equal to 1 given. This is nothing but your a value. This is nothing but your b value. So, and is equal to 1 is also there. So this total, you can see here, whatever you are seeing here, a minus b is equal to 1. From this, can you find out the value of a? That is nothing but 1 minus b. Right? I hope it's clear. No, sorry, 1 plus b. 1 plus b. 1 plus b. Yes. 1 plus b. So from here, can I find the value of b alone? From here, can I find the value of b alone? Yes. A minus 1 is equal to b. So in this z solution, a you write as it is, and this b you can write as a minus 1. That's what I am writing. Phi will be the function of a. It means in GATE exam, if this question is coming, then you have to choose the option z is equal to a. Okay, Ashwin, actually in Chennai also it is very heavy rain. Very, very heavy rain. In Chennai also I am facing rain. Today is a second day. So last day and today and tomorrow also they are saying will be having heavy rain. Okay, no problem. You watch video later. You see here. So this b value you can replace as ax plus a minus 1 and plus c. This option you have to look in the GATE exam. My main focus is here you should have the term of a because we are replacing b. So I hope it's clear. Now we'll take one more example. So few more things will get clear. Y. Of course y is there. Yes, y. I'll change the page. See here. Take one more example. Suppose you have example x square. Okay, I'm going back. Take down. Take down. वेदांत हो गया? Okay. Take one more example. x square p square plus y square q square is equal to z square. Now you see this equation. Okay, we have to solve this equation. So first of all, we have to make the format. So how will you make the format? Let's make this format. This you can write as x dou z by dou x whole square. This you can write y dou z by dou y whole square is equal to z square. Okay. Now you see in this format, this dou x by x is coming here. That you can replace with another number. Like this you are seeing here, right? X by dou x is written. So I am considering dou x by x as du. And here I have to replace. So I am considering dy by y is equal to dv. So this equation no, I'm replacing, because after this we cannot solve. Like it used to, this kind of situation we used to get in OD also, right? So we used to replace some numbers and some numericals. So here also we are replacing in same way. Okay. One more thing here, I'm missing xz term. I'm missing z term here. This z I'm bringing here also and here also, and I am writing here 1. Okay. So that's why I am replacing these two. One replacement here, one replacement here. So when you will replace this, and one replacement also you make dou z by dou z by z is equal to dw you replace. So now all the three we can replace and we can make a flat equation. How will it look like? You see, this dou z by z I am writing as dw, so it will come as dw, and this dou x by x as du, so du whole square plus. Now this dou z by same dw, and here dou y by this dv square is equal to 1. Now this is nothing but, now from here you make a fresh change. Fresh change means consider this total as a capital P, consider this total as a capital Q. So P square plus Q square is equal to 1, where your P is nothing but dw by du, and your Q is nothing but dw by dv. Okay. Now for these kind of equations where your P and Q only comes in the equation, we call as form 1 equation. So form 1 equation is always have a general equation, general solution. So in this case your general solution will be like W is equal to AU plus BV plus C. Okay, consider this as your Z, consider this as your X, this as your Y, then you can understand what I'm trying to write here. Okay, so now in this equation you again have to replace this B value. So to replace this B value, again I will take help from this, right? So this part is nothing but A, this part is nothing but B. So from here I can find out value of A and B. I'll change the page. So it will be A square plus B square is equal to 1. So your B will be under root 1 minus A square. So my final solution, this W will be AU plus under root 1 minus A square V plus constant. Now whatever changes we have made, those changes we have to replace back. So this is nothing but your log Z, and A times log X plus under root 1 minus A square log Y plus C. So this is your final expression, because dw by w is nothing but your log w, na? Yeah, ln you write or natural log you write, both are same. So my intention is that everywhere you have base E, base E, base E, E. Okay. Now you have one more format where Z can also come, P can also come, Q can also come. Right? I'll change the page. Now form 2. In form 2, suppose you have function, this function is Z P Q is equal to 0. Now here these equations are not containing xy, not containing xy, but z is there. In previous equation that was not containing x, y, z, all the three. Okay. Now in this equation, you will do like this. Steps I will explain. We have to go as a trial equation, as a trial solution. Assume your z is a function of u, and u is equal to x plus ay, and your a is arbitrary constant. This a is your arbitrary constant. So from this I can find out my p value. Always I know that small p is nothing but dou by dou z, dou by dou x. So this is nothing but, first this I will write as dou z by dou u into dou u by dou x. Okay. So this equation will give you dou u by dou x is equal to 1. So dou z by dou u became the value of p for this kind of solution. In same way, your small q is nothing but dou z by dou y. So that dou z by dou y, nothing but you will break as dou z by dou v into dou z by dou u into dou u by dou y. So this dou u by dou y, if you will do from the equation, you will be getting a. So this became a dou z by dou u. Q over. Now when you will be finding out the final answer, that final answer will be having p also, q also, and z also. So this p I will replace with this dou z by dou u value, and this q I will replace by a times dou z by dou u du value. So your function will be as z comma, this z will be as it is, then dou z by dou u comma a times dz by du. Okay. So now I'll be writing dou. Everywhere dou. So you see here, when you are writing dou z by dou u, this is actually your dz by du, because z is the function of u alone, but u is the function of x also and y also. So for here you will put dou, right? So this is dz by du, but here you have dou. So this is your dz by du. That's all. Here also you put dz by du. Correct. Everywhere correct now. Now you see, we will take one example, and in that example we'll understand how to work on this. And one thing, if it is giving you some hectic, that okay, it is being hectic, we should quit this differential equation part. So this part you can quit, but application of differential equation you should do one time. So application of differential equation I have to take in some time. So application is important. So at least 2 to 3 applications you should try. There are total 5 to 6 important applications. Based on that, they may ask the question in GATE exam. Yes. So these kind of equations, if you are feeling difficult, you can leave this for GATE exam, but application you should not leave, because I am going in order, so I cannot stop this here. So I have to take one example and then I will go ahead. I will change the page. So see, I got my final function. So you see, you have dz by du. So this will be the function of your pure z and a, because nothing is remaining now. In this f function, you have z term, you have z dash term with u. So your final equation, whatever I'll be getting, that will be in this format, z and a. So your, when you will be integrating and when you will be finding out your final answer, that will be the function of z and a. So that will look like u plus b, or you just replace x plus ay plus b. These are the possible formats. So either your solution will look like this or your solution will look like this. So actually this u value you replace with x plus ay. So this kind of answer will come. So actually some assumptions are there. So point 1, assume your u is equal to, whatever I have given in paragraph, I am giving as u is equal to x plus ay, and then what we have to do, steps I am giving, substitute small p is equal to dz by du, small q is equal to a times du by dz by du, a times dz by du in the given equation. Okay, these two we have to substitute. Then second, solve the resulting ordinary differential equation in z and u. Then third, replace u by okay, I'll write the assumption again. Point 1, what we have to do in the steps, you have to assume u is equal to x plus ay and substitute p is equal to, small p is equal to dz by du and small q is equal to a times dz by du. And your second point is solve your ODE in z and u, this is z. And third point was, in the last, replace your u by x plus ay. So many things you have to remember if you are doing partial differential equation very first time. If you are doing ODE and PD very first time for GATE exam, you should not do partial differential equation for GATE exam, because if you have practiced somewhat in your university exam, then only you will feel comfortable, because you have to remember lot of things in ODE and PDE. Then only you can crack GATE exam. I mean, then only you can solve the GATE exam problem. Okay, so if ODE and PD you are learning for the very first time, then you should skip for the GATE exam. Okay, and especially the third year students, they should not touch this. If you have done in college time, then no problem. Then it will be, then you will be knowing, okay, what is the pace of this chapter. Okay, we'll take one example. P bracket 1 plus q is equal to z, qz. So you can clearly see here, P is also coming, Q is also coming, Z is also coming. At the same time, they are in multiplication also. So they are non-linear also. So it is the second form. So whenever you have second form, you have a step. Step 1 is this. U is equal to x plus ay you have to replace. You also have to replace P is equal to this and Q is equal to this. So after replacing, your equation will look like, here you replace, so dz by du bracket 1 plus a dz by du is equal to q value. So z you write as it is, a times dz by du. Now whatever equation you are getting, this equation will catch some format. So you see here, this, at least these two parts we can cancel. So we'll be getting a simplified form. That simplified form, whatever will appear here, a times dz by du is equal to az minus 1. This part is very familiar for you. This is nothing but Leibniz equation, right? But no need to bother about that. we can directly, actually it is not Leibniz equation because here we have constant, it is not function. So because here we have constant, so here we can easily separate the variable to solve the equation, because z term, this is z here, a z term I can take one side, so it will be like a dz divided by a z minus 1 is equal to du. That's all, equation solved. So I will be getting ln of a z minus 1, and divide by a will come, so this a and that a will get cancelled, so leave that, is equal to u plus the constant b will appear. That's all. So u value we have considered this much in the beginning, so that you replace as ln a z minus 1 is equal to x plus ay plus b. Final. So this is the required complete solution. Now the differential equation what we are getting here, in this case we were able to solve easily. There can be situations when you will be getting some different type of ODE. So ODE, whenever you see any ODE, you should know how to solve that ODE, then only we can go to the final answer. So now you may have different types of ODE in the format. So it means that's why actually differential equation is nothing. We have some basics. So now we'll go for our third type. In third type, your two types of functions will come, like x and y and q and y, they both will come. Z will not come. I will change the page. Exhausting topic. Okay, I understand. So we have to go for form 3. Now in form 3, like your x and p will also come, and your q and y will also come. So when you have this kind of format, you have to judge in the partial differential equation which form is given. You have to judge that. So understand. Here f, this capital F, because I cannot write both the functions with same f, no. So you can also write f as g, any two symbols you can use. This is small, this is capital F. So z is absent. There is no z in this format. So in first format we had only p and q. In second format we had z also. In third format we have all the four. Z is not there. So see here, you have procedure for this. So actually the final answer will look like okay, first you take the procedure, because if you know the procedure, then you can apply into many equations. Take down the procedure. As a trial solution, assume that your f, what is the function of xp, which is equal to f yq, that you consider as any constant a. Okay. Then solve for p. So you'll be getting p is equal to any function you say x. Then solve for q. There is small p, small q's. Then q you'll be getting, suppose some function psi x. Then since z is equal to dou z by dou x into dx plus dou z by dou y into dy, because we know our main thing is your main function is the function of x and y, right, in partial differential equation. For this only we are doing everything, so we can break this. Okay, so this part is nothing but your p value, this is nothing your q value, so you can replace these two values here. So your z will come as integration of phi x dx plus psi y dy, and then you can put one constant b here. So these two people, I mean this bigger equation will be your final equation. One example I will take. example, take down as, suppose p square plus q square is given as x plus y. So your first job is filter x one side with p and q one side with y. So it will be like solution part, you see, p square minus x is equal to y square minus q square. So this is only we are saying as a in the procedure I have explained. This is only I am saying as a. So now solve for p. P means equate these two. So your p will be under root a plus x. Now solve for q. So equate these two. So your q will be equal to under root y minus a. Then your dz value is nothing but p dx. So integration your p value. So this value is under root a plus x. No, I am putting integration. So right now don't put z. Right now I am putting integration. So after integration you can put z, no problem. I will not write b here because I am not integrating now. So dx, this is x here, then plus integration, then this guy also will appear under root y minus a dy. Now in next step you have to write the integration. So z will be equal to, now here some students may have difficulty how to integrate this part. Okay, so always remember, whenever you have ax plus b whole power n for the integration purpose, it comes as ax plus b power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So here right now your n is under root 2, under root square root, so that is 1 by 2, correct? So ax plus b power 3 by 2 will come divided by 3 by 2, okay, plus same way 2 by 3 y minus a power 3 by 2 and plus 1 constant you add. So this became your final solution. Now we'll take one format where it will be mentioned as format 4 I am taking. Okay, I will give you one equation. That equation you solve by yourself. I'll change the page. One homework you try by yourself for the same topic. Z square is equal to p square plus q square is equal to x square plus y square. When you will solve this, your answer will come as z square is equal to x under root x square plus a plus y under root y square minus a plus a log x plus under root x square plus a whole divided by y plus under root y square minus a plus 2b. Now try this question if and only if you are totally free. If other subjects are impending, then first complete those subjects. Okay, you solve my homeworks if and only if you are free. Otherwise, you go to Drive and solve the previous year GATE questions. They are more important than my homework. I will change the page. Take down the fourth form. This is the last form, fourth form. Now in the fourth form, it will be like this. Okay, I'm going back. Take down. Z square is equal to under root x बाहर अंदर x square plus a, y बाहर अंदर y square minus a plus a log x plus that divided by y plus that plus 2b. Done? I don't know why my iPad is not taking charging. I tried 2-3 times, it is not taking charging. It is still 8%. Mostly what happens when it is not charged, it used to be charged also, and I used to take class also, and after the class it used to be full charge. Okay, I'll change the page. Take down. Now in this form fourth, this kind of format will come. Z is equal to px plus qy plus function of p and q together. Small p, small q, small p, small q. So in this case, how will you solve the numerical? So your function, now in solution I am giving the general format. Your function p and q, what is mentioned here, that will be like 1 plus p square plus q square. No. That question is different. That question is of the same form what we have discussed. Okay. 1 plus p square plus q square. So the complete solution will be very, very easy. Z is equal to ax plus wait. One mistake I did. Actually, when this kind of question will come, so in this kind of question, your solution is direct solution. So just an example will be enough for this. Take down example. It will look like this. Z is equal to px plus qy plus under root 1 plus p square plus q square. Now you see, this px is coming as it is. This qy is coming as it is. And this part is nothing but the function of p and q together, which is similar to this. So this is going to be your complete solution. Means this is the easiest one. This is the easiest one. Get my logic, how it is the easiest one. This total became the direct answer. Z is equal to ax plus by plus under root 1 plus a square plus b square. Finish. So this kind of question is there. So for these two, we are getting this solution. For this extra part, you add here as it is. So when you will be having form 4 for this kind of format, your solution is always given as ax plus by plus the function of pq. So that's all, easiest form. Okay, actually we have to learn now some more equations.